Alright, what is up guys? Today is going to be kind of a quick video, but it gives us an excuse to go rip in the Kanjo EF. So basically I've been seeing these online, like advertisements on Instagram and stuff, and I've been wanting to try one, but I also kind of like looked into it after I bought it and I was like, I don't know if it's actually kind of safe or not for like a real Honda thief, but yeah, I guess today we'll find out. And stay tuned to the end of the video if you want to buy a hoodie or want to know how to get one. So before we get into the install, I just want to clarify, I'm not knocking this company whatsoever. This is just a real world review. I've been wanting to do anti-theft to my car for a while in some way, and I saw this ad and I kind of just impulse bought it. And then I kind of looked into how it's installed and whatnot, and I was like, is this really gonna stop a true Honda thief? So this is the kit. It comes with the it converts your main fuel relay from the Honda one to just a basic relay, so it's just cheaper and easier to replace. And then this is the kill switch portion of it. There's a little switch. So I'm going to try to show you this the best I can while being crunched underneath the dashboard, but at least show you where the fuel relay is and how to get it out.
Alright, so now that I'm a pretzel underneath my dashboard, that orange thing right there, that's going to be your main fuel relay, and then this gray zip tie clip is going to be where the harness is clipped to. So you're going to want to pop that off just so you have more room to play with the wire harness to drop the relay down. And that 10mm bolt right there is the bolt that's holding the fuel relay to the bracket. So unbolt that, take that clip out, and then fish it down through. Man, what a great week it was to invest in ratcheting wrenches from Harbor Freight. 10 out of 10 recommend getting ratcheting wrenches. Alright, that's free. So I'm just going to pop that zip tie off and then drop it down. And then you're going to want to go up and over with it. Like push it up through there and then over. I need two hands to do it.
So this came off in that wrestling match, but basically this just goes here, and that's what that 10mm nut comes out of. Before putting the switch in, I want to make sure the fuel pump is still engaging. Yep. So, relay works. Now we'll put the switch in. So they already have this portion of it made into clips. And then take your switch here, which they have the same clips on. I forget the actual name of these things, but not important. And you can only put it in one way. So they already do that part for you, like that, and then clip this there. Today, Junior. But the only thing I'm gonna fix is, see how you can see the metal over there still on both of them. I'm gonna put shrink tube over this. I recommend that as well, because then you're not risking it shorting or grounding. So I got a piece of shrink tube here, just slide it over, plug it in, and slide this back, and that'll also keep it together. And do the same for this one. So, and that's it. That's basically installed. You just got to tuck it back in there. But first I'm going to make sure the switch actually works. So the switch is off. And the fuel pump is not engaging. So I'll turn it on. Now my fuel pump is engaging. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera.
So as I was pushing it back in, this just came out of the connector. I wasn't even pulling on it or anything, so yeah, now I gotta pull it back out and try to see why this isn't staying in.
Yeah, I was literally just pushing it up through and I noticed this was kind of hanging out, and then I'm like, what the heck? And it just came right out. So I'm gonna try to get it in there. So I'm hoping maybe it just wasn't pushed in all the way from the factory. So maybe I can just push it in and it'll lock in. Oh, yeah. No, it's in there. So it might have just not been in there all the way from the box, because it literally just fell right out. So, whatever. Try it again.
So I'm going to try to show you here what I mean by this isn't really safe for real Honda thieves. So if I put this back in the factory spot right here, so I don't have it bolted in because I don't want to deal with it right now, but that's essentially where it's going to sit. So then you got these giant black wires for the switch just coming off right from the top. Anyone that's going to be stealing Hondas, one, this used to be an old tactic back in the day to wire in a kill switch right here. It just doesn't work because I can just snip these wires, tie them together, and the car's running. So what I'm going to do, incorporating this, is I'm going to mount my fuel pump relay somewhere else, and then run the wires as hidden as I can. So that's just something to keep in mind when doing this. Just don't put it in the factory spot. This is literally just saying, hey, cut me, tie me together, and drive away.
All right, today's the next day. We ended up going out last night for Leah's Gotcha Day. Had her 1 year now. I actually put on my Instagram a little story about how I got her. But anyways, I'm going to finish tucking the wire harness under the dash and then attempt to go for a drive. It started snowing out, and it wasn't supposed to snow today. It was actually supposed to be nicer today than it was yesterday. But it's Montana, so springtime, you never know. All right, everything's back together. I definitely spent way too much time hiding everything, but that's just because I was having fun with it. I hid the clip, I hid the relay, I hid the switch, and hid the wires, everything. So when you're doing this, it's actually a lot of fun to kind of just put it wherever. But just a tip, when you're doing this, do not put it in somewhere obvious. Like, don't put it in the first place that comes to your head, because that's probably where some criminal is gonna look. And given in my car, there's a lot less area to hide it because it's just bare metal down here. I'm missing a lot of trim pieces. But I mean, stuff like this where you can flip it open, or here under, a lot of people used to do it under the dash or under here. My Integra actually had it right here. I'm like, what the heck was the point of that? But be creative with it. The glove box, another big no-no. But yeah, I can show you everything on my dash and under it, and you will not see where anything is hidden. So yeah. So I'm going to throw my seat back in real quick, and then we'll go for a rip, because we got to make sure that relay can handle VTEC, yo. just to show you guys that it actually works. It'll probably fire up for a second because it's going to be fueling the cylinders from just running, but and it died. So there's just already fuel in the system because I just actually primed it. So yeah, but it works. So do I think you should get this JDI kill switch kit for your car? Absolutely. The only thing I suggest, like I said before, is not putting the relay back into the factory location. Between removing that gray zip tie clip for the main relay wire harness and plus the added wire that comes with the jumper harness to convert it to a regular relay, you actually have quite a bit of room to work with underneath the dashboard. I'm not going to show you how I did mine, obviously, but man, just lay on your dashboard and just play with it and look around, and you'll find how to hide that pretty good. I'm definitely going to put this kit in some of my other cars as well, and I hope down the line they do like Toyotas and stuff, because I really want one for my truck now, and maybe down the line they also do like ignition switch cutoff, because that'd be cool too, especially having both in the same car, because you find one switch, you're still not going to go anywhere unless you find the other one. And if you get really creative like I did, I mean, you're going to have to tear stuff apart to even find the switch, and by that time, I mean, they're going to give up trying to steal your car. And I filmed a clip yesterday about how to get the hoodies, so I'm going to play that now. And for those of you who've been wanting hoodies, you can now order one. And this is what they look like. This is the back. And then on the front, we got Kanjo Brothers on the chest. And I'm going to be selling all of them in the tall version. I will put up the actual specs on my Instagram. But it's just nicer with the tall version. Then when you reach up and stuff, it doesn't go up like above your stomach or whatever. My work hoodie does it, and these are the tall versions of them. They're very durable. I've had my work hoodie for years and have not even pulled a thread out of it. This is kind of what I mean. I can reach up. It doesn't come up above my stomach. That's why I like them a lot. And you don't like bend over and get a cold breeze up your back, but this is what they look like. And the other thing I like about these is the string is actually stitched up here, so it won't come out, and it's always even. I have really bad OCD, so just one nice thing, you're not losing your string all the time. It's actually got the metal eyelets right here. The hoodie is actually thick, so it keeps you warm. It's not just like there for show. And yeah. Oh, and I forgot that the other thing about being a tall version, when you reach, it doesn't go halfway up your forearm. So maybe it's just because I have a weird shaped body, but I've always liked stuff just a little bit longer. And then you're actually staying warm when you're working on your cars or just going out, you know. And they might be kind of expensive to start because it is like $25 to $30 to get just the blanks to me each, because they are like a actually nice hoodie. And then on top of that, the labor plus the vinyl and like the transfer tape. It's just like there's a lot of stuff that actually goes into making each one, and they're all done by hand by us. So just keep that in mind. I'm thinking and hoping to keep the price around $60 or $65. I have to do the math because on top of all that, shipping it out to you guys is probably going to be like $10 or $15 to ship it out just in the US. So just keep that in mind. You are supporting the channel with buying these, so I really appreciate it if you do buy one or get stickers. So yeah, just hit me up on Instagram. And just to kind of give you guys a little size reference, I'm about 6'1", and I usually wear extra large in everything. These are just nice because it's a little longer in the arms, a little longer going down. Just overall fits better. So I'm going to stick with these for now and then go from there. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. If you like the video or if I helped you out, I appreciate a like. Subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the builds, projects, and subscribe to my Instagram, Kanjo_brothers, if you want to see more stuff on there. Post on my story and pictures and all that. But anyways, appreciate you guys watching.